ATX Comedy Review, right?
Yes,
That's what
we
we're
are.
doing. Yeah, okay. So, Mr. Derek Dimple, how things been, man?
Things have been great. It's been a busy week this last week, but it's fun. Uh, excuse me.
Right. No, let's see, right into the mic. Just cough right into
Yeah.
the. No, I'm just kidding.
My bad.
You're fine, brother.
I'm getting ready to do the first of many weekly shows at Irene's.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that now, what is Irene's originally before you're doing comedy?
Oh yeah, Irene's is it's a bar and eatery, a brunch spot on West 6th. The shirt's actually from
Oh,
them.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do they have good food there?
Yeah, that's what I hear. Yeah, well, I had one thing last night. I had the steak sandwich. It was
Oh, I
very
love the steak
tasty.
sandwich.
Yeah, and it's like spicy coleslaw with it. Yeah.
I'm not much for coleslaw, but
Well, they have your choice of sides. You could have like mac and cheese.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did they do like a sauce on the sandwich, or did this like A1? Was it like a mayo, like a aioli type thing?
Yeah, it wasn't like a basic kind of A1 thing. It was different from that. But
Okay.
but it was tasty.
That's cool. So they had their own sauce. That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, they got their secret sauce.
Yeah, that's cool. I like a good steak sandwich. I'm gonna try that out. So at Irene's, and that's Sunday. That's today. No, is it today or?
Yeah, that's tonight. Yeah,
Okay,
7
wow.
p.m. Yeah, every Sunday, 7 p.m.
So you got a lineup already announced? And
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Derek's been hitting the chocolate.
Yeah.
There's some water. Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But everybody's been asked to do it, and I have enough people confirmed for it. We got
Oh, right on.
10 comics. A few of them are visiting from Orlando.
Oh, so you got some Florida comics coming up?
Captain Wright and Vinny DiLorenzo.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fun. So, is there a theme of the show, or is it just good comics, good fun?
Yeah, basically just quality comedy. I decided to, because it's like sort of like earlier on in the evening, 7 p.m., before all of the before like all the late shows go on. I decided to call it the warm up. The warm up at Irene's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's fun. So, let's see. So it starts at 7. What time should people start getting there to order? Make sure there's a seat,
Yeah. 6:30 or so.
Okay.
Yeah. Rolling around then.
Right on. And is it like a sit down type restaurant, or is it more of a bar where you just pick your seat?
Well, the spot, the part of the place that we're gonna have the comedy show, it's like picnic table style seating. Yeah.
Okay. Now it's indoor or outdoor?
It's going to be outdoor, though they have a lot of those heating lamps.
Okay.
Yeah, they just bought some. Yeah.
So we got some heat lamps and a nice little stage set up. You've been getting set. You've been personally setting up for this.
I've been building that stage. Yeah, but it's a beautiful back patio. There's like all these trees and greenery around it, even though it's like downtown. And they have these cute pink lights up top. But the stage I have been building and sanding and painting for the last week or week and a half or so.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, in increments.
Yeah, cool, brother. That's it's always great when you see your hard work pay off. It's its own. You put the hard work in the stage. You book the comics. Now tonight is it the first night?
Yeah.
Tonight's the payoff.
Yeah. Tonight's the payoff.
Oh, right on. So now we get to see what the show's going to be like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
But speaking of the stage, I'm pretty proud of my handiwork. I made it out of some pallets, and then I had to go down to Home Depot to get some pieces of plywood cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to put on top of them. Then I nailed them in and sanded it down, and then I had to choose like what kind of paint I was going to use yesterday. I wound up going with like a solid color wood stain, like for patio type stuff, so that it'd be durable, it wouldn't scuff. And the way that I built the stage was to imitate there's this like there's this wall out front in Irene's that sort of has like ivy on it, and it has this pink neon sign with Irene's in cursive. So I painted the stage like green, and then I made the lettering pink. And I
that's
had
cool.
to put down masking tape to make sure it was all perfect.
Oh, wow, bro. You really put some college art into that.
Yeah, I put a lot of effort into it.
Stage design. Did you learn that anywhere, or?
No. Well, putting down masking tape in like in curved shapes, which is not very easy. That I that I figured out how to do years ago when I put whatchamacallit. Yeah, when I made a stencil to paint an enormous rebellion from Star Wars logo on the hood of my old car.
So you made your own car.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So how'd that look afterwards?
Oh, it looked awesome.
Okay.
It was so cool. I felt at first after I painted it, I sort of felt kind of like conspicuous and was a little bit embarrassed or thought like, oh, maybe I would get pulled over more easily because I have this on my car. But eventually, I just got comfortable with it and was like, fuck yeah.
Right on. That's cool, man. So how much budget? Now, did you put your own money into this, or did you have to?
Yeah, into the stage I had to.
So you put your own budget into this, build this show for this place, huh?
Yeah, but everyone at the venue was so excited about it, and I've never been so excited to do a new show at a new place. Everyone was so excited about it, so supportive. All the staff were like, there was a buzz every time I went in there. Yeah, but the plywood, it costs $30, and then and the patio paints, between those it costs like $26, and then of course there are all the tools and stuff that you know.
What, did you get the pallets for free, or?
Yeah, I got the pallets for free. Yeah,
That's cool. So less than $100, you built a stage, and now you have a show.
Yeah, I think the rest of the tools might have had it come out to just a little bit over 100.
Okay.
But it's but it was fine.
But now you can use them to build another stage.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's, and they'll the only thing I have to repurchase would be the wood. Yeah, it would be the wood
And the paint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, man. So if somebody wants to get their own show started, build a fucking stage. Take some initiative. Get out there. Find a place that has an open spot.
Yeah,
Put it together, huh?
Or if you want a stage built, I would be willing to repeat that project for $300. So if anyone would like a nice quality portable stage made out of 2 pallets, I can do that for you for $300.
Man, you don't value your time very much at all.
Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, maybe it's too late. But I was thinking. Well, I was thinking is like, well, could I sell something like that for $500? Like people would be like, no, that's way too much. I was like. Yeah, but yeah, so maybe well, no, I think I'd be able to do it faster this time.
Yeah,
right?
of course,
because,
you have experience in now, But still, man, it's the physical work of it. And if it's raining, you got paint, And
oh no, I just needed to paint and put it together in a covered area. But the physical work was actually kind of nice. Like I feel like I feel relaxed. Like I'm just like a tiny bit sore, but I'm like I've used my body. Yeah.
Derek Dimple, stage builder.
Yeah, right.
Get a show built at your own at your
all
bar.
these different side hustles,
Yeah.
like all the different
Hit him up on
cards.
Facebook here, because his Instagram just currently got deactivated. That's terrible.
Yeah.
But hopefully he'll get that back here soon, though. Yeah. So. Unfortunately, you can't follow him on Instagram today, but follow him on Facebook. Hit him up on Twitter. You on Twitter there, Derek?
I do have a Twitter, which I never use.
Well, yeah. Are you gonna use it now more with Elon or less?
Oh, I haven't really been following that story, but he bought Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And so he's been uncensoring things, right?
Yeah, and everybody's kind of like in an uproar.
Because there's like too much stuff.
A lot of people quit. A lot of people got fired.
Okay.
There's a lot of walkout. I don't know too much about it.
Yeah.
But just what my kids tell me, because he's a Twitter fanatic. But
yeah.
I don't. I maybe have like 30 followers on Twitter, and I never use it. Mm-hmm. But my first tweet was I think LL Cool J is the Black Bruce Willis, and LL Cool J liked that.
Oh, hell yeah. There you go.
So that was
like that's validation.
Yeah, that was my first tweet out, and then I didn't want to do anything after that, so I just left it at that.
Right, dropping them off.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, man. So this week, did you? What did you do Monday? Yeah.
Let's see. On Monday?
Did you do Kill Tony with us? No.
No. I did something else.
And there was other stuff going on this week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, damn. I can't. I may have taken Monday off because I've been burning the candle at both ends pretty hard lately.
That might be a good idea every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Especially building stages and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I did not see that kid come back to Kill Tony.
Oh, the homeless guy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I
Yeah.
do not know his redemption story or what.
Yeah, well, hopefully he didn't kill himself, but
Yeah,
instead
hopefully he
just
went back
decided to
home.
go back home, recuperate a little bit, do some open mics
Yeah, try it out.
instead of insanely losing all of his possessions in an alleyway in Austin, Texas. Holy shit!
Just to be
I
booed
mean,
off stage. Be
yeah,
booed off stage off the biggest podcast, live podcast.
yeah.
That's so crazy.
Well, yeah, even more so, just a place where he had invested so many of his hopes and dreams. It's like,
Yeah,
hopefully, hopefully this has served as something that he's learning from. Yeah.
yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely something that we all can learn from, for sure.
Yeah. Right.
Delusion is a crazy thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we all get parts of it. I'm sure. I mean, I've had it several times. Where you think that things are just going to go, especially even just with a girl on a date. It's just being a little delusional, and it affects us all.
Yeah,
But
delusion just is just any time your expectation doesn't match up to reality. It's
yeah.
like, yeah.
And you don't understand why. You also like,
Right.
I saw this happening different. Why is this not working out?
Yeah.
So that's crazy. But I put together a new little video. I took a bunch of pictures for Narbar, but I put together a new little promo for our ATX funny Instagram page. So
Nice.
follow at ATX funny. We're trying to build that up and put more stuff out there. But
Yeah.
we'll be talking about comics. We'll be talking about venues. We're trying to just build up a community of building up each other.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of delusion, as well,
While we're bringing up everybody, let's.
no, it just made me think of something I was reflecting on earlier tonight. Earlier today is that like you like if you like with it thinking about like the amount of time and everything I've invested in comedy is like I realized like, oh well, that's like in terms of the time and if it bears no return, it's like, oh, this is one of the biggest financial risks I've ever taken.
Sure,
In
yeah.
terms of just like in investing my energy into something. But then and then I realized this, I just moved the chair. Yeah, and then I realized like, oh well, it just means that it means that I have to have belief in myself.
Yeah.
Right? And I realized like, oh, it was just a shift in perspective because I realized that for the
Where's
like,
that line from belief to delusion?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's a important. But then I also realized this morning that like more so than ever, I haven't ever actually considered whether I believe in myself becoming financially successful as a comedian. But I've actually realized that I do believe in myself somewhat now.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's actually kind of nice.
Well, yeah. See, my problem was I always believed in myself too much, and nobody was with me on that.
Well, there, there are those situations too. But
When I was out in LA, you have to. I mean, everybody's delusional there for one thing. Everybody thinks that whatever. But trying to write movies and trying to get them made, and you're meeting these people. You're getting in with the right. It starts creating a thing.
oh yeah,
And
a sort of like vortex of psychological momentum.
yeah, but it's not financial at all.
Uh-huh.
There's no money coming with that while you're building this momentum
Right.
of whatever. So it's definitely a belief in one thing and a hope, but it becomes delusional at a certain point, and then do you walk away from it or do you keep on pushing it? Now I walked away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I got some skills out of it,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't continue to put my family through that situation.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how close the momentum would have got me to financially eventually, but
Sure.
or how close we would have been to losing all of our stuff in the alleyway.
Right.
Yeah. So there's
You
hope.
gotta have your cost benefits.
Yeah. Yeah. So even if it doesn't make money, is it costing more? Are you getting something out of it? Is
Right, absolutely, and in that way, that's actually kind of interesting because I've sometimes compared stand-up comedy or the community of stand-up comics in my head, sort of in a low-grade fashion, to a cult.
Yeah.
And so thinking about it in those terms, and like, oh, if the film industry is like that, it's like these group of people, who sort, like if you, the parties to go to and everything. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, then that's a cult in its way. And then, and, and that reminds me of a podcast I listened to from a Magic the Gathering pro,
Oh, wow.
who I really like from a long time back. But anyways, his wife was saying something that
You were a fan of a Magic the Gathering pro.
Oh, yeah,
and now you listen to his podcast.
No. I don't listen to his podcast anymore, but I'm still a fan of this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably one of the only writers of Magic the Gathering content or that actually like offered anything of value that I've taken with me into the rest of life.
Okay.
But his wife was talking with him on this podcast. What she said is like, well, whenever you're involved with a cult of any kind, the only thing you need to, well, the only thing that you should be doing is analyzing what is this asking and taking from me, and what is this giving back to me?
Yeah.
And if it's, and so if the cult that you've joined is a company, and the company like demands certain things of like, oh, that you would pay lip service to some certain things, but it's rewarding you financially in a significant way.
Right.
It's like, well, then you have to decide whether that's worth it to you, or any other kind of situation.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, the interesting about the stand-up stuff is, that you don't know if it's good until you do it. It's you have to have that audience reaction.
Oh yeah.
And having a comics reaction really doesn't that beneficial sometimes either. But
the comics reaction.
Yeah. But it's they're all thinking about their own things, anyways. Everybody, once again, is in their own shit.
Yeah. Last night I was a little disappointed because I thought this story. Well, I told after everyone went up at the mic, I said, okay, I want to try this story. If you all indulge me, and I thought everyone would be way more into it because most of the people in there were comics. And so they knew me to some extent. So I thought it was like, oh, people who are who know me or are friends or whatever are going to react a lot to the story.
Right.
On Thursday night, I was at Rain on 4th Street, and I participated in the gay strip competition.
Oh, wow.
Where I wound up not only taking off my clothes, but I was tied for first place.
Damn.
So I had to give a guy a lap dance and everything.
So you went for it.
Yeah, and I told I told the story, and there's like so little reaction.
They're just.
I was like, this is not worth it. I'm sorry I wasted your time, but also fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh man, but yeah, it sometimes it comes in the way you tell it too, because people are used to you. They're not prepared for this type of story, So the preference and the the preface or whatever preface, however you say it, of the story before
premise or précis.
PREFACE.
Preface.
Yeah.
To preface the story with something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, once once they're into the situation more, and then you hit them with that story, I think helps, because I think just going into it, you had to get it out for your sake.
Yeah. Well, I forget how it. Well, I don't think I told them. I don't think I spoiled it in terms of saying it's like I was at a gay strip competition on Thursday.
Maybe you should have started with that.
Maybe. Right. To give them the.
Get the hook, and then like Tarantino it a little bit.
Okay.
You show them the ending a little bit, and then give them a twist at the end.
Exactly.
Something they didn't see coming, but they already knew the end. Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's But I forget how I did it, but I do have it recorded, so I'll look back.
Don't give up on the story, though.
Oh no, I'm not 100%. This is one of the best ones I've collected in my life.
Yeah. You were talking about experience and how much time you put into comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that that time is the same for everybody? That a 5-year comic should be a 5-year comic, or
Well, I think time is time passes differently in comedy for different people, which partially depends on how much energy, time, and dedication you're able/willing, but let's say even more able to put into it. So I think that my development in this has been accelerated by the fact that I've committed myself to doing it 6 nights a week.
Yeah.
Since I began doing it, And they're like, some people might say it's like, oh, I've been a comic for 10 years, but they've just been going to one open mic a week when way more opportunities are available to
Right.
them.
Okay.
It's like, well, and if somebody in that situation were to reveal that information to me and then tell me some sob story about how they never become a success,
Yeah. Exactly.
be like, well, I'm so sorry that you feel that way. At the same time, here, let me buy you a drink and then leave.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely the amount of effort that you're constantly putting into anything. Writing your jokes is a thing. Everybody should write every day, but how much time do you put into developing? That's something that me and my buddy Brian Swinehart were talking about was write an hour a day, no matter what. Put an hour into dedicating that writing, that time, and he actually has it set on his phone when the writing time starts, and he turns off everything and just writes that time.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I can't do that. I write when I'm in the mood to write, but I try to make it every day. But I'll get inspired by things and I'll write something then. I can't have that dedicated block of this is my creative time.
Right. Yeah. Whether because of scheduling issues or time constraints or whatever it is.
Yeah, I like being told what to do when to do it. I think is what it is, even if it's
by
me.
yourself.
Yeah. Fuck you, man. I can't do that.
Yeah. Get away, Dad.
Yeah, exactly. So that might be my issue too. But yeah, man. So when you can put the creativity and keep it going. But what I was listening to Rogan, what he does is he writes an essay form of that story, like you said,
And then he picks funny things
finds it out, and then goes and tries it out, finds the funny in there, then goes and refines it again, and just keeps on and
Right.
until it's actually a funny story.
Yeah, honing in on the things that really get people to laugh.
Where's the punchlines? What's the what's funny here? And is it the inflection or is it the actual words?
Yeah, or the situation you're expostulating. There are all these different levels to it because just one person has so many options in how they could choose to just talk normally. For instance, my voice could be way different. The only reason why my voice is the way that it is that I'm used to talking in the way that I do.
Right.
And even deviating from that, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do a silly voice because of course, no, who would talk like this? but I think I might talk very differently. Just you just vocal.
Well,
yeah.
That
you have so much vocal range. Yeah.
I definitely agree with the vocal range and the delivery of that. Also, the physical delivery, when you're talking about the lap dance, did you mime it out? Did you get the stool out? Did you get down to the floor?
Right,
those type of things.
right.
Yeah, I'm not a physical comic. But it might help. Fucking Rogan got on the floor at the Creek in the Cave the other night. Yeah. So I just saw that. Yeah. So it's just it's crazy to because if he wouldn't have got on the floor at that moment. Would that have gotten a laugh?
Well, whatever it is that he's doing with his body to help convey the idea or tell the story.
Exactly.
So I wasn't really thinking of how to incorporate physicality into it.
If you want to, but Stephen Wright might not do that.
No, But at the same time, I don't mind. I don't mind getting kind of crazy with my body. But,
I think for you it might help. Is what I was getting to.
For sure. But I think mostly, I'm modeling the idea of how to convey the story on stage. After particularly the first people that I told the story to, Rob May, Rob, right?
Maybe.
Okay, gotcha. He just stopped bartending at the Creek in the Cave.
Okay.
Before you got to town, yeah.
Okay,
and then and his girlfriend Emma. So I was talking to Rob and Emma, and they're good friends of mine. And so not only they were totally engaged with the story, but then I told them it's I went through everything, and every single thing I revealed to them was either or and so I was thinking I just need to tell a story like that, because everybody loves me.
Yeah, but once again, when you're having an intimate conversation,
it's different.
Yeah, you're picking up on different cues than when you're
100%.
in a room full of people.
So I think I need to retool in my mind how to tell that story to a group of people.
Yeah. Hopefully there's a group.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just kidding.
Well,
Yeah.
there will be one at Irene's tonight, but I
That's
think I'm
great.
gonna do more tried and true. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do more tried and true material, unless the spirits are with us all,
Yeah,
so to
yeah, yeah,
speak.
yeah.
You know, and then and you can launch into something more
Right.
extemporaneous. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Is there anything that we should definitely add to this episode, or?
Yeah. Well, let's see. I was thinking about. Well, I think we actually covered everything I'm thinking about. I'm super stoked for the show at Irene's tonight.
It's gonna be great. 10 comics, nothing but laughs. They're all pros. They're coming in for the shit. He built the
Absolutely.
stage. It's brand new. They're not gonna fall through it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and the biggest local comics here in Austin too, for sure. Yeah.
well, I'm one of the tallest.
But
All right. Well, cool, brother. Definitely check out Irene's. Definitely follow Derek on his Facebook. Tell him that you still love him, even if you followed him on Instagram.
appreciate it.
And let's keep comedy going, and we'll see you all next week.
All right, later on.
Thank you, guys. Bye now.